Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Sidequest. We are doing a solo one this week. This is Sidequest episode 9. We did skip one earlier this season. If you're looking for that one, don't worry, you didn't miss anything. It's just gone because we took a week off. Everyone needed a break. But tonight, we are picking up sort of where we left off, a little bit of a rewind. The train is traveling from where Merrifield is usually stationed to Cadra to unload some of the souls that Nero's lantern is carrying. They have too many, it's overweighted, it's so overpacked that they're deciding if they should be getting rid of some of the evil spirits inside and using them for something, or if they should, well, drop them off somewhere. So that's what Cadra's for. And with that said, the train itself is driving through what is known as the War of Consequence. No one knew what that was out of the gate, but within a little bit of research between Nora and I believe our guest star tonight, Lillian, they figured out that the war was between Earthguard and what was the Cult of Assarac. If you're not familiar with Assarac, Assarac is a evil, I would say, deity status lich. And the cult that follows them believes that through collecting the dead and the bones of the dead, they can resurrect their god. Now, this took place in 21 AS. The current campaign is in 58 AS after the Sundering, and that is where we're going to be taking off today. But specifically in the cabin of Francis Salandri, a gentleman suitor of Miss Foxglove. So he's interested, but now he's only wanting help. And that's where we're going to begin today. Hey, Allie, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Solo time.
Solo is in. Not even Bartleby is here.
No,
which is
no Bartleby. No Bartleby. Your better half is gone.
Bartleby. Okay.
So it won't be too bad, I don't think. We'll see. But Francis himself has called you back to his cabin that he has on the Tide Runner, and he is currently looking and having you help solve a problem. He has a reliquary that has been in his family for a long time. He is going to Cadra with it and seeing how much you've done and how that the city can just be pulled into another place of existence, and the talk with Voss and the natural one he rolled, he is enamored by the group. So enamored, in fact, he's brought you to assist him. You've made your way through the train. He's about in the middle. He's 2 cars out from the ones that actually have electricity. This is powered by oil and fire like normal. He is on the upper deck of this particular one, and is a private cabin on this upper floor. Usually the upper floor is to walk through. This in particular, his family owns it. He's the only one who's here. He has another guest that is staying with him, but they're not in the car or in the train at this time. You've been through the train enough to know the basic layout. Now, you'll notice on here, it is full of dark tides, because in the middle of your conversation, all the power went out, came back up, and there was a dead body on the floor between you two as he was getting ready to show you this reliquary he brought with him. There was nobody else in this room either. There's just now a dead body here.
Great.
He looks up at you and goes, "Oh, this was not my plan. I'm sorry, Lillian. I don't even." And he kind of backs up a little bit from it, and the body that's on the ground, he kind of leans down and looks. He's like, I don't even know who this is. This isn't someone staying with me.
You've never seen this before in your life?
No. And the guy is face up, not even face down, pale. Really, cheeks are really sucked in. His hair is blonde, but as you're looking at him, it is almost falling from his head and like littering the rug that he is on.
Okay.
Immediately, Francis goes over to the armoire that is there, opens it, and pulls out a daylight lantern and lights it to make sure that the room is at least lit. As he does that, you see 2 candles on the table, whoosh, flicker to light. And in between them, you can see a bunch of little people, almost like, have you ever been on the haunted house ride at Disneyland?
Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, Haunted Mansion, yeah. Where you can see the flickering of people in mirrors and stuff like that. So there's like these green auras in between these 2 flames of people fighting each other. And the picture, not of a train going in between, but the picture of a river going in between. These two groups, and they're fighting on a bridge. Closer examination, you can tell that it is Earthguard and these cultists. They wear robes with like bone edging, like on where you would have normal trim. It's all done in bird bones and bones of people. He does not seem to notice the candles. He is looking at the body.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
There are two things that come to mind immediately. Okay. The first thing that she would do, would it be possible to roll society to see if I recognize any likeness of this person?
The person? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And don't forget,
perfect.
you got 3 hero points, 1 from your patch, and then 2 that you take from the pool, from the cards. I have those marked down here for you as well.
Cool. Well, that's going to be a 33.
33, not a crit. So you have seen him in town. He's a new arrival. He came here. He is staying at one of the inns in town. A well-to-do gentleman, but you know he is trained as a earth guard, and he is here getting ready to start training at the yard.
Oh. Okay.
Second person from the yard that has ate it.
Gotcha.
Don't recognize his name, though. You just know you have seen him.
Okay. The second thing I would like to do is roll an occult check.
Sure, on what?
I want to see if I can tell the cause of his death based on the sunken appearance of his face.
You need medicine for that, actually.
A
cult would be if you knew there was something occult-like. You could search him if you want. And you could do a perception and search him over. But medicine will let you know how he died unless you knew it was a cult.
Medicine, I can tell you right now, I would have to get a nat 20.
Give me a general perception check.
Yeah, we could do that.
Francis will assist you as well.
Okay, cool.
He will move up to the body and give you a hand.
Okay.
Ooh, I give you a +4.
All right.
I rolled a natural 20, and I get to give you my expert bonus. So he starts looking over, and he leans down, puts a lantern next to his face, and when he does, you can see the guy's eyes are all milky from the daylight hitting him, and the face sinks in more, almost like it's trying to recede away from the daylight.
Ooh. Okay. That is going to be a 27.
He definitely has the 4th stage of bleakness, and he's taking damage. It's harming him. The daylight's actually harming him.
Okay, so is there still a chance that we can?
You don't have medicine. You can make a medicine check. You just ain't good at it.
I'll make a medicine check. I'm not.
What would you do as a
much
person who's not trained in it? Medicine's your best bet. You could just, if you have a healing spell, you could just try casting healing on him.
That might be the better way to go. I think I do have. It
only takes an action to make the check.
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
I do have a minor healing potion on me.
That's something you could always force feed him as well if things go southy.
We've got 17.
So you know bleakness 1 and 2. You've seen it on Voss before. He fought it off. He had the oily sheen that starts to show up, that rainbow sheen in your hair and nails, like around the cuticles. Then on stage 2, you notice that there are small moving black veins when the daylight has hit him and started pushing that away. But you don't know what 3 or 4 looks like. You've not witnessed it before. And even being a siren, you've dealt being in the tides before, but you've never had it. And you don't know anyone who's had 4 that you've investigated or looked into. I'll make a roll for him. He doesn't either. He's like, should we put him in the hall?
No. Do you have any healing potions of any sort on you?
I
only have a minor. I don't know if it's going to do any good.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. That's a nat 20 plus 12 for 32.
So the first thing you notice in his room is he has the armoire in the corner that he opened. Out of the corner of your eye, you see he has like a half cape. He has a small, like a flute box in there. There is there'll be a probably pan flutes, a drum, a bunch of musical instruments in there. And he kind of looks at it, looks back, and he goes, no, I don't have potions. You can tell he has to be a mancer. He probably is a caster of some form, but he's definitely not wanting to talk about it.
I'm going to try to get that information out of him right now.
Oh, is there any lovely dandy abilities you want to use? You got anything that can help?
I mean, he's a noble, isn't he?
He is a noble.
Yeah, we're going to go with some courtly graces right there I'm going to try to roll society to make an impression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Give me a roll.
Positive impression over here.
See how good you are.
18 on the dice plus 19, so that's going to be a 37.
A 37?
Yes.
He looks at you and he smiles. He goes, I trained at school. I went to a really expensive music college. I trained. I left, but let's just say I didn't quit my studies. If you know what I mean. I'm not licensed. And as that happens, outside the windows, they rattle, and you see flickering of faces, frost on the window, and fade away. And the door starts to rattle, and the candle lights start to flare up about a foot and a half out of the candle holders. Because
Francis,
this isn't me. I said I'm not
that,
licensed, but this isn't me. This isn't me. That's not me.
I don't think licensing particularly matters right at this moment.
Fine. He leans down and he starts to whisper something in the man's ear. Do you want to make a arcane check on him or an occult check on what's going on in the room right now? Because it's at the same time.
I'm pretty sure I could just use recognize spell.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
That's one of my feats, so I can identify a spell as a reaction as it's being cast. Let me drop it in.
That means it doesn't cost you an action, it's a reaction. You still have to roll.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful.
So
I can
which
do that.
one do you want to do then? Do you want to do both then? I'll let you use a reaction and an action at the same time to try to identify both. Which one do you want to use the reaction on? The arcane or the occult? As it's happening.
As it's happening, I'm going to say occult.
Okay, give me a roll on that.
Cool. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. That is a good old-fashioned 25.
When he starts to whisper, the candles flicker and dance a little bit, and the mirror that he has over here begins to flicker to life. And you see the shadows pull apart, and you see hands press on the glass, and the glass starts to warp a little bit, and you start to hear voices in Hallow. You don't understand them because you don't speak Hallow as far as I remember, but it sounds like singing, like a ghostly singing, and there's one voice, then another. That's not high enough to know what it is. Give me your arcane check.
Alrighty. Let's take a looky here. Okay, that's not as low as I thought it was.
No, you're not bad at it.
Yeah, that's a 28.
He starts casting a healing spell on the gentleman, whispering to him, but before he casts it, he seems to be doing a medicine check on him, like looking over the body. And when he realizes what's going on as he's whispering to his ear, he starts to put gloves on.
Why are you,
it's contagious by touch.
Ooh.
And as he's whispering and he leans back, you see the inky blackness start to pull out of the man. You know that no one can cure bleak. You can help them when they rest to rejuvenate from it. He seems to actually be drawing it out of him.
I'm just gonna try to
kind of a sing-song kind of tone to his voice as he's whispering to the man.
Okay.
And then you see the guy take a deep breath, and then the breaths get shallow, but he seems to be breathing again. And he was not breathing previously.
Okay, Lillian is actually impressed by this.
And then he swallows the darkness.
What?
Correct.
Okay, buddy. What was that there?
Well, what's your major concern right now? The candles that are a foot and a half tall, him swallowing darkness, or the ghostly choir in the mirror?
Yes. Yes.
Or the people knocking on the
full
window
of
outside
concern.
and handprints and frost filling up. Like you almost can't see outside now.
I'm not too concerned about outside this second. I'm more concerned about what's going on in this room. The candles,
As part of a spell, you just couldn't nail it, whatever it was.
Okay, but it did seem to be related to him.
It's part of something, not to him. No, something else.
Oh, I do not like that. And the mirror was also not him?
Nope, something else entirely as well.
I'm very concerned about those two elements.
There are three things going on, and then him drinking the bleak out of somebody.
That is very, very disconcerting. So I think you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and I would like to walk over to him, just go, wow, that's very impressive. I haven't seen anybody do that in quite some time. And I'm going to try to do some lie to me to roll a deception, to bluff a little bit, see if it seems like I know what's going on, to get more information on what the actual living hell that shit was.
So you're bluffing to him about what he's doing or about what's going on in the room?
No, about about him drinking.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a lie to me. Lie to me is ridiculous, by the way.
Yee.
You want to put it in chat for me? If you
I sure
already?
did. Yep, it's in there.
Oh,
ugh, come on, baby. Daddy needs some new snakes. That is not bad.
Daddy needs new snakes? Not mama needs new snakes?
It's okay. It's 35.
Oh, that's really good. He goes, oh, you know other sirens like me?
And at that point, I'm gonna just kind of like move my face for like a little bit to try to get some sparkle.
He's like, oh, I know you're one. He doesn't have the scales that you do underneath your skin, that shimmer, like that, just the certain light hit. You don't see it on him.
Okay. How much would I actually know about my background? I don't think Lillian knows much about sirens.
Yeah, I don't think you do. If you can make a nature check, that would probably be the closest thing, or not really occult. Nature would be the best, I think, for this, because it's fey.
Yeah, that's 29. That's not terrible.
There is apparently sometimes when a siren mates with somebody and has a child with someone who's not human, unknown bloodlines are made out of it.
Oh, okay.
Like lineage. And he could be from something else. But the fact that there's no scales means he probably has a spell up to hide it. There's always scales. There's never not scales.
Okay. And Lillian's just going to kind of go, well, I mean, obviously I know a thing or two about sirens. Still going with this wonderful bluff, you know? I go, but I just, I wasn't quite aware until recently that you were one. So.
My
look at
family. He sighs and he reaches behind and pulls a small earring out from underneath. His hair is not really long, but it's enough to cover his ears. He pulls an earring out and you see the shimmer take over. And he has like a slight scale to him. He's like, my family has been hiding it for some time. My mother, our family, I guess. My mother, who isn't my real mother, doesn't really want people. We have other things going on. Now the fire is hitting the ceiling in here. And you see like the smoke starting to form from the candles. And the choir starts to pick up. The man is breathing on the ground. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is just going to be a ba 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 ba. I'm
10 plus your perception. It's on the right-hand side of your
22.
character sheet on the front page. It's remember, it's your initiative. 22?
Oh, okay. Duh. Thank you.
There is ghost spirits within the candles. You can see the way they're moving during rituals you've done in the past. You can tell that these candles hold some form of spiritual essence to them. The singing is also going on from the candles, and you also see the man's mouth and the ground start to barely move, but you can tell he is beginning to sing with the choir as well.
Oh, I don't like it. Okay. So I will probably go ahead and just get back to back with Francis and be like, well, we'll have to definitely catch up on this in a little bit. But yes, I think that we do definitely have some bigger fish to fry.
So Francis moves back to the bed over here, kind of like back to the bed. His bed's got the drapes that come down. It's a canopy version. What did you say your passive perception was?
22.
You are quicker than what happens, so I'm going to explain it, and you let me know if you want to react. As he leans back, you see the drapery from the curtains start to float out like there's a breeze, and then they quickly snap into what seems to be appendages as the drapes wrap around him and pull him into the bed as you see a flailing of him and the curtains around begin to form. You catch it before they get to pull him in. Is there anything you would like to do? I'm going to give you 3 actions.
3 actions. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start. Oh, I don't like it.
No, you shouldn't. That's why I told you to look at everything before we started, because I knew how this was going to go south pretty quick.
Yep, I don't like it at all. I'm going to try to grab him, of course.
Okay.
And I am going to, oh my good Lord.
It's athletics for you if you want to try to grab him.
Okay.
It's basically your athletics versus my fort DC to see if you're strong enough to pull him away from the apparition yanking him into the bed.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it. Just trying to figure out really quick. Okay, I have a quick question. With Shadow Walk, because new spell, new disc, can I take any companions, or is it just gonna be me?
You don't have the time to cast it.
Oh, shit. Right.
And this train is moving through a spiritual war.
Okay.
If you want to waste one of your actions as an occult, I'll give you an idea of if that's a good or a bad idea.
Okay. The first thing that I am going to do is I'm actually going to reach out and I'm going to try to cast Blur on him.
Okay. So Blur... Let's see here. Can't use concealment. Target's form appears blurry. It becomes concealed as a nature. But it still leaves the target's location obvious. Yeah, okay. Okay, I gotta roll then.
Okay.
It reaches out and grabs, and you cast Blur. It grabs the image of him and pulls it in as he's standing there still, panicked. Absolutely panicked.
Cool. And at that point, I'm just going to grab him and say, back to back seems safest.
So, as panic sets in, he stumbles into you. Into you to dive away from it, and you both kind of hit the wall next to the bed. You see the sheets start to, on my second action, flare out, and you can see it is the night robe of this spiritual apparition that manifests for just a second. So you used your first action and second action to cast Blur. You have one action left.
All right.
So I will recap for your action while you're thinking. There is singing going on in the mirror. You can see apparitions slowly beginning to grow out of the mirror. The candles are 2 separate apparitions or spirits singing as well, and the fire is moving with the music that is starting to come out of this hallowed speaking. And then the man on the ground is slowly murmuring as well, but is not audible yet. You just notice his mouth moving, and you have the spirit coming from the canopy and the drapery that goes around the bed. You have one action left before it's my turn, and then Francis's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cry as a free action.
Fair. As a reaction, I will let you cry. That is fair.
Okay, perfect. That's not at all what I'm going to do there.
Did I mention this wasn't going to be easy?
Is it ever easy, Eric? Is it ever easy?
No, but this is one of the most horror-oriented pieces that we're going to have in a little bit. This whole train is all horror. So what would you like to do with your last action? You want to learn anything? You want to recall knowledge? Do you want to cast a single action spell if you have one? I don't think you really do. Do you want to try to run out the door?
Yes, I do want to run out the door, but we're not going to do that For my last action, I am going to cast Shield on Francis.
Is it a single action? And can you cast
It
Shield
is.
on others? Because I'm pretty
It's a
sure
cantrip.
it's just yourself.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Good
cranky.
good idea,
Fine.
but solution isn't a reaction.
No, it's not. I don't think.
Click it and put it in chat for me.
It counts as the raise a shield action, giving you a +1 circumstance. Da-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, so it'd be an action. I would put it on yourself.
Oh,
It gives you a bonus to your AC if anything was to go south.
sure does. Yeah.
Now remember, if you put that on, it's a cantrip, it's force. You have to cast it every time. So this would be in case I attack the next round, and you would have that bonus. Not a bad idea, because your turn is over after this.
I'm worried about him. He does not seem prepared for this sort of thing.
Well, he wasn't ready for that.
No, that's fair.
I have a 19, so I didn't see this creature that pulled me into the canopy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that instead of shielding myself right now, I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay, so you cast guidance. So as you cast guidance, that means you have no movements left, nothing like that. You don't feel
Right.
Barnaby anywhere near you. And he did say his train car was empty. Underneath the door, you begin to see tides slip in under the door. Very slow, like it's trying to, but the daylight in the room is keeping it at bay.
Okay.
So as long as the lantern stays lit, you're okay. If that lantern goes out, you're in trouble.
Screwed. Yeah.
The chanting begins to rise and get stronger. I need you to give me a saving throw. He's going to be making one as well. Let's see here. Will save, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
We can do that.
As a reaction, he begins to sing, giving us both a +2 to our rolls.
Okay. That's going to be a 32. 32.
You're good. You did not crit. I did crit. As the singing starts to get louder, the spirits jump in and out of your peripheral vision. Just glimpses of them. They look like they're sitting in a chair singing. Looks like there's two standing behind you singing. When you turn and look, there's nothing there. But then you see the ones at the mirror on your side from your peripheral. As they begin to sing and get louder, the man coughs, and this black smoke comes out. But the daylight lantern diminishes. But you both take half damage from this. We're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus the extra damage. 14 plus 18. And you guys are taking half of it. So 32. You're taking 16 points each as you start to feel your lips dry and crack, and your ears dry and crack like a sunburn, as this starts to get louder, as this profane chanting is happening. Now, on failure, you take the on success, you take the damage, and you are frightened 1.
Okay.
Unless you're immune to fear or anything.
I don't. I am.
So frightened is great in Pathfinder 2. Everything has condition levels 1 through 4. Frighten, take a status penalty equal to the value of all checks and DCs. All checks and DCs. At the end of your turn, the value decreases by 1. So if this continues and you guys continue to take the damage and fail, the DCs will keep getting worse. If you were to critically fail, you're pretty sure it's going to get worse. Like running, like keeping your resolve and staying in this room won't be possible. And remember, there's only 2 ways out. The window with the spirits outside on a moving train, or out in the halls with dark tides.
Okay. Cool.
All right. He is going to cast healing.
Okay.
You both get 18 points back as he starts to sing. And he is going to use his second action to move away from the bed to grab his flute out of there, and then he takes an action to open the case, and he's like, I'm gonna. If I understand what's going on, I need to counteract this somehow. My training, like I said, I just practiced the spells, but I'm a good instrumentalist. And as he says that, you see the two like long silk rope like pieces that come down each one of the posts on the bed, fling out to grab a hold of him. And we begin your turn.
Okie dokie. So I would like to yank him away. I guess that one. I am out of
He's putting his
words.
flute together. Do you want to stop him from doing that? And you are currently 5'10". He's 15 foot from you right now. And the corners of the post here and here have these long cloth like long scarves, like 10 to 15 foot long scarves, like floating out. But you once in a while get a flicker of like hands instead of the cloth.
Okay. Are they within range for melee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You are in this square here. So technically, if you were to move a square, you could take an action to move, and then you could do something. Unless you have reach. If you have reach, then you're fine.
Trying to figure out what I don't think I do, because all I've got are my... Wait.
I believe technically you do have reach.
Because I've got a little bit of pew-pew.
Yep. You could shoot the cloth, yeah. Now, these are spirits, though. Would you like to make an occult roll before you decide to do that?
Well, what I would like to do, that I'm seeing if I can I cast Ghostly Weapon on a... I think it has to be melee.
Nope, it doesn't matter what it is.
I'm going to cast...
It's any target weapon.
I will cast Ghostly Weapon on my cane gun, and I will take a shot.
Okay, so you cast it. What's the actions on that?
It is 2 for Ghostly Weapon.
And it
then
lasts
the third
5
one...
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you pull out... What does your cane look like? I don't know if we've actually seen it on screen yet.
Yeah. It is a very, like, long, very... classy looking, like black, almost marbly looking cane. And on the top, of course, there's going to be a gold, like snake head sort of thing. And that's going to be
the gun.
The gun,
holder.
yes.
So you pull it out, and this is a little 2-shot Derringer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a roll to hit. I don't think you've shot this gun in the 5 episodes or 4 episodes you've been in. This will be your first shot.
Yeah, I have not. So this is exciting for me. That is going to be a 26.
Okay, 26 hits. Give me your damage. And also, I believe you have a special ability on this gun.
Oh, wait, sorry. I was seeing if that did anything there.
No, you're fine. I believe you, because you're using the Derringer. Nope, nothing special because you didn't crit. So just give me your normal damage.
Okay.
Because I don't think the Derringer has, like, it doesn't have any recoil. Nothing like that. You just got this nice little closer, yeah. Fatal 1d8. So fatal 1d8 if you were to crit, but you didn't. It does have burrowing, recoil, no burrowing. It's just burrowing, concealable, unreliable. If you roll a 1, it's bad. It's inaccurate because you're shooting it. So anything past short range is not good. But you're close range. So you pull it, pop it. What's your damage?
Mm-hmm. Good old 2 points of damage.
So as it rips through the cloth, the bed fabric explodes outwards, and it like goes up and hits the ceiling. And as it does, the chanting catches the bed fabrics on fire. You did not kill it, but you did hurt it. Now it's on fire. Is that all your actions?
That's it. That's all for good old Foxglove over here.
So he turns and says, "I don't know anything about spirits, about occult. I don't understand them. If you tell me what to do, I probably can help. But I do speak Hallow, and these spirits they seem to be chanting a name, singing about a name. It's Chites, Leo Kang. Leo Kang, it's a Chite's name. I don't know what they're saying, but they seem to be speaking its name. Oh, and they're saying Assarac? Some creature? I don't know. I could try to counter-song this. And I'm going to spend another action. I'm going to move. I'm going to use athletics, actually. Acrobatics. I'm going to tumble through to come next to you. So I'm not standing. Actually, there's no room by you. I'm going to tumble to the door, to stand next to the door. Because the light's there and I should be safe. And he is going to hold his action so he knows what you tell him to do. And then he can take his last 2 actions to try to counter-song this. But I go. I need will saves from everybody again.
Yep. That's a 25. 25.
25. Are you comfortable with that?
I have not hero pointed yet.
You have
so
a plus
I'm gonna
2 still
it.
to your will saves from him because he is singing.
So that brings it to 27.
He made it with a 26 last time.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Okay. So you are going to take damage. Same with him. You both take 15 points, and you're frightened 1 still. It doesn't go away. So you have, remember all the DCs. You have a minus to your roll, so technically you would have 1 less. You didn't critically fail. And then I'm going to go with the bed. Since I can't grapple you or him, I'm going to go for you. I don't think an 18 hits your AC.
An 18 does not, no.
Does a 26.
26 sure does.
As this cloth wraps around you, you take 9 points of necromantic damage, but then you take burning 4. Here's how you're on fire. As this cloth wraps around you and like disconnects from the bed, now you have a burning fabric on you. You have to take 3 actions to put out fire and take it off of you, or you can just deal with the pain and continue what you're doing. It will make casting harder, though, because you're taking damage.
Yep.
And it goes to you. Those are my actions.
Okay, I am going to, at the moment Lillian fire, she's just going to go, yes, counter song.
Okay. Yeah, but I need to know what it is, he says. Basically, you need to make an occult roll.
I was about to go ahead and ask to do so. Let's oh. This is great. Everything's great.
You'll be fine.
Everything's fine. No Bartleby, I'm fine. 31.
Bartleby is very busy right now, thank you. Remember, he is fighting a huge group of skeletons on top of the train right now.
Yeah, he's being a good boy. Okay, that's 31.
31. What is going on right now is known as a ghostly choir or a phantom choir. It's a choir of lost souls that usually rise out of something. They chant an eerie song, all within 10 foot of the haunt or the area. This trap seems to be the man in the room, but it seems like the mirror is using him as a focal point. So they are chanting. The sound is coming out of him. Every time that black stuff comes out, you're making your saves. They're using him as basically a material component to the ghostly choir. So you could either try to turn off the mirror somehow, do something to the mirror, or the candles to lessen the effect, or you could get rid of their material component, although he is healed and alive right now.
Okay, beautiful.
Up to you. That's one action. What would you like to do with the other 2?
I want to shoot the mirror.
You're going to shoot the mirror? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have ghost bolts right now. Why shouldn't you shoot the fucking mirror?
What, 7 years of bad luck? Hey.
You're a widow. I mean, how worse could it get, right?
Double widow. Anyways.
Double widow all the way?
Double widow all the way. The tides. Hey, that kind of rhymes. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm using a hero point.
All right.
Yes.
1 hero point down.
Yes, I am. Okay, come on. That's no good. Okay.
What's this to roll to hit? What did you get?
17.
I will use one of my actions. I will give you a +5 to your roll to hit.
So that makes it 22 to hit.
As you shoot, he is singing, and his voice physically moves your aim as you shoot. That hits the mirror, because you needed a 20 to actually hit it. I need your damage. It's not a crit, but it is ghost, which is important.
Okay. Come on. Oh. That's a 1.
Can't use 0 points for damage.
That is a 1.
Are you serious? It hits the metal, actually it would be wood, that rounds the frame and chips some of the wood off, but not enough to bypass the hardness. Mm-hmm. You have no more actions left? Do you have any more?
I have one more action.
You can shoot again. It's at a -4 because it is a finesse weapon, I believe. Let me double check here. No, it is not a finesse weapon. -5.
Oh. Okay.
Because it's sword cane.
And communicating to him is going to be a free action.
You can short speeches.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of say what it is, and I'm just gonna go. This is a ghostly choir. We need to either get him, like pointing to. I'm like motioning with my gun. Like we either need to get him away from us.
As you say that, he starts to float off the ground, like back.
Oh, come on.
Bent. As his mouth descends, and you can see like his cheeks puff out far, like 3 times what a normal person should be. As you say that, take your last shot. And he's like, okay. And he's going to start singing his stuff as well.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you when you're done if you want to roll his roll or you want me to do it.
Oh, I want you to roll. I'm not having the best luck.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Are you freaking kidding me? Hero point. I'm hero pointing that. I'm not using this rolling tray anymore. I am rolling.
Was it a 1?
It was a 4.
Okay, good. It doesn't backfire on you. It doesn't stop working.
Okay. Okay, baby. Okay, that's better. That's what we're talking about. That is a 23. That's a
23. Okay, that's a hit. Doesn't crit. Give me your damage.
Okay, sorry. This is me just. Okay.
Yup. This is what happens.
4. That's 4 points of damage.
It hits this time. You see a crack in the mirror, and there's a scream that comes from the man. I'm gonna counter song. I need to make a performance check of 28, and I have to be at least trained, which I am. I'm an expert, but I need a 28.
Okay, have you used the guidance that I gave you earlier yet?
No, does guidance work on skill checks, though?
Yeah, it's anything.
Because I'm at a -1 right now, so that'll wash that because of the frightened. Yeah. So he stations himself, he grabs the flute, and he starts to play. All right. As he starts to play, and he kind of stands and faces the man floats up, shadows kind of cast from the daylight lantern from the man. His shadow hits the door, and you see the tides, 2 hands come underneath the doors, flat, and grab his ankles. I rolled a natural 1.
No!
As he gets pulled and hits the ground, and his flute tumbles away from him. I'm going to try again at penalty. Okay. As you hear popping of bone as the spirit is trying to pull him under the door.
Oh no, new friend.
I rolled a 10. It's not high enough. He starts to scream, and he's losing his focus, and it goes to the spirits, right? You went, I went, they go. Will saves. Remember, you're at a -1. I critically failed. We got one more hero point left over there, girl. If you need one. He did not fail his concentration though, so you still have a +2 to your will saves.
17 is what I got.
On the die?
Yeah, no, total.
Ooh, you might want to spend that last hero point, or you can be or you can just take it. I mean, that's up to you.
Oh.
You're frightened in a way. The frightened 1, but you're going to get it back now or worse.
I think I have to re-roll. I don't know if I can.
It's up to you. You don't know what a failure or a critical failure is at this point, so.
Yeah, I'm re-rolling.
Okay,
this is my last hero point, and then it's just all luck of the die. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Remember, it's at a -1 to whatever you rolled, so +2 from him.
Well, that was a nat 1.
So as you see him pull and you see his legs with shoes on get pulled under the door up to his calves, and it peels the calves up the door as it's pulling him underneath. And you hear the back of his thighs hit.
No.
As that happens, the choir erupts, and the man in the room spins, faces you, and belches the black smoke all over you. I'm gonna roll damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. I was okay. So 17, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 points of damage, but you critically failed. So you take double. So you take 62 points of damage. Are you still alive?
No.
You go down 0. You were frightened 3. You would have tried to run out of here for a round, but it's undoable now. You can't run. As that happens, as he belches this black smoke and the choir raises up, as my last action getting yanked out of the door, I am going to attempt to heal you. You're going to be wounded 1. He screams, Lillian, as he pulls and you hear more popping and the door cracks and you get 22 hit points back. Okay. And that's where we're cutting it. A nice, I told you if it started going bad, we're going to cut it here. And that's where we're going to pick up our live show in 2 weeks. This man is screwed. The choir is still going. The ghostly haunt has not been defeated. I failed by 2.
I will do everything to save this dude.
So if he gets pulled out, he is messed up right now. He's going to need a Thomas parts to replace his legs. Thank you for everybody who is watching this live. I hope you enjoy this. We will be back again in a week. And our live show, we start at 7:10 p.m. CST over on Eric Frankhouse Presents. Thank you, Allie, for joining me in your first solo side quest. Don't worry, it's hard to do something solo. It doesn't usually go the best. For those
I just feel terrible.
You shouldn't feel bad. For those who don't know, we have a bunch of stuff up in our store right now. The new Ghost Berries designed by Allie here are up as well. Hopefully by the time you see this, the new shirt may be up, depending if it gets approved in time for the Cult shirt. And then, of course, our war patches are still up for sale. You can find those at our Square site and Discord. You can just check it there. There's a link in our announcements. But Allie, thank you for joining me for a first solo. I think this is only our third solo. I think everybody but Todd has done a solo so far. But yeah, Allie, welcome to Athantia, where things are actual horror and I make people sweat in their seats during a game that has exactly been 50 minutes.
And thank you for the nightmares. This is perfect.
You're welcome. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a week. Remember, like, share, follow at 1,000. We're doing something special, and we have a big announcement here coming pretty soon. I can't say a lot, but there will be something for pre-order coming out of the Athantia stores pretty soon. Good night, everybody. You can say good night too, Allie.
Good night.
Hey everyone, look up. Thank you for watching this episode of Sidequest, and we have something special. The Season 1 WARLANTERN patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity, and we are excited finally to have it in our store. Link down below. And remember, like, subscribe, and share with all your friends, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we have something special to give away.